Cash Hollister came from actually a book of cowboy names, which is weird. But that book was in the library. I couldn't even tell you where it is to this day. But I was kind of just thumbing through names and stumbled upon a U.S. Marshal named Cash Hollister, who was a U.S. Marshal in a small town called Caldwell, late 1800s. And I thought it was just a real cool name, so I took the ER off of that, added an AH, put everything in lowercase, and added a period at the end, which journalists love, by the way. So the biggest moment of my career was being able to play at South by Southwest. A couple years ago. I'm actually playing again this year. South by Southwest is like this big music festival. It's like the world's largest music festival. Be able to play in front of a bunch of people that I respect and admire in the music industry, to be able to showcase my talents there, that's probably like the biggest accomplishment so far. I think that there's so much more to hip-hop music and the culture, pretty much, than what you probably would see on like VH1 with Love and Hip Hop, or you know, rappers getting shot and stuff like that. Like, none of that really has to do with hip-hop culture or at its essence. And I feel like just to talk about the basics of the culture, where it started, how hip-hop basically was started because it was parties, like background, barbecue parties, people from different backgrounds. It was sort of a truce between the Latino community and the Black community, and that's kind of how hip-hop started. So to see what it is and what it's capable of, I like to talk about hip-hop outside of the norm, and to show kids too that like hip-hop has an English aspect to it as far as writing goes, and that there's actually more to hip-hop than just the beat and just a catchy phrase. Like, there's similes and metaphors that go into some of it, and, you know, onomatopoeia or alliteration, and there's just different ways of using it. And, being somebody that loves the English language and uses that as a way to communicate, I want to be able to show kids the same thing. Jasmine, if you're watching this, sorry. Jasmine can't rap yet. Jasmine tries. She's trying to, you know, get good in the beatboxing and rapping. She's trying. I'll say that. So whenever she is ready, we might throw her in for a bar or two. To just have a stronger downtown, I think to have a nightlife. I mean, I'm not a huge guy when it comes to clubs and stuff like that, but I think that the reason why downtown isn't necessarily as thriving as it could be, I think is just there's no like club or, you know, any music venue. I mean, you can count Paramount, but I think just a music venue that's kind of all ages or that is all encompassing. Genre-wise. So if those things are part of this downtown revitalization, I would love to see that. I think another thing too, as far as downtown is concerned, I would love to see bigger chains, like not even restaurants, but like, you know, chain stores, retail stores, sort of being mixed in with the mom and pop and the local shops. I feel like that's the only way that truly downtown is going to be able to thrive. If we're talking about, you know, Salina is a city on the move, I think that's got to be one of the things to make Salina move. Yeah, I just recently released an EP called Cash Mob, hashtag Cash Mob. That's the name of my fan base, if you will, my group of supporters. So I just released that December 30th. Which you can actually get on SoundCloud or Bandcamp. Cash Mob 2, it's kind of a two-part EP series. Cash Mob 2 comes out January 30th, and you can get that at the same place. So there'll be a video to a music single called Jump coming out right around that time too. Some of my singles are on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, whatever streaming digital site that you prefer, it's probably there. Anything else, check me out. CashHollister.net. That'll probably take you to everywhere you need to go. Otherwise, you just Google Cash Hollister. I'm the only one.